Here's how to thread a needle and tie a knot. You're going to start with a big needle and some yarn and some practice paper to make sure you're all set. So I squeeze the end of my yarn or my thread till it gets slim and tiny, and it fits through the eye of the needle better that way. I'm going to make one end of the thread longer than the other. And on the long end, I'm going to wrap it around my finger a couple of times and roll my thumb till I just kind of make a big mess. And that turns into a knot. Just gently pull it to the end. So I'm ready to go. I'm going to sew with one end shorter so that I can scoot my needle along as I go. So I'm going to go always up and through. I'm holding onto the needle and the thread together because if I don't, it just comes undone. Oh no, I've let my thread double. Let's find out how we can keep that from happening. I will undo this. Scoot your thread down as you start to see that it's going to double. You just want it to be single, so scoot it down. Keep an eye on it, and every 3 or 4 stitches you need to scoot it down. Nice. Here's how you tie the knot to end your thread. Make sure you've got enough thread left to do it. And then you're going to put the needle in. Then you're going to take your thread and you're going to spin it around the top of the needle 3 times. I'm going to wrap it around once, twice, 3 times, and then I'm going to push or pull the needle up through all of that stuff. I slowed it down so you could get a good look, and then I'm going to use my other hand. I'm just going to kind of scoot it down, and I've got a beautiful, serious knot there that's not going to let anything come undone. So you can either start sewing now or you can watch it another time if you want to see it with real thread. Everything's tinier this time. I'm going to push that thread through the needle. And here I go. I will wrap my thread around once, twice, roll it between my thumb and my finger till I get a nice knot on the end. And I'll be pushing up from the bottom. We call this an overhand stitch. If you're using pins, once you get to one of the pins, you want to put that pin out, set it down someplace to keep it from rolling on the floor. I'm going to keep sewing. And now it looks like it's time for me to do my knot again. Remember, I want to hang on to the thread and the needle or else boom, it comes undone, and that's really frustrating because then you end up having to keep re-threading your needle. So get used to pinching the thread in the eye of the needle as you sew. So here we go. I'm going to look at this and decide it's time to end. I'm going to wrap it around the needle 3 times. My thumb will anchor it there. I'll pull on it and scoot it down with my thumb, and I have a great knot that I can cut. There you go.